Hello, welcome to the Art of the Oracle. My name is Virginia. Thank you so much for being here and tapping in to the wisdom of the Oracle. So, I have several decks. I have 4 decks, which feels like a lot, but I'm just going to grab whatever has come into like the field as I'm going to read. I was drawn to the Ceccoli Oracle for the start of this reading. And yeah, I want to dive in and see what's happening. I did tap in to the information in my higher self before opening up to the cards. And it was very interesting. It was very lengthy, that what I was hearing, in my mind. And what it really is the importance of understanding that, like for me, all these tools that I have to really feel them. And yesterday's message was about coming in closer, that I feel like a lot of us, even if we don't feel like it, have lived these very abundant lives, right? Even though we see other people with way more than we do, or maybe you're one of those people that have just a lot, way more than most. But whatever it is, it's a lot, and we've been conditioned to think that no matter where we are, there's more and more to achieve. And that's what the awareness of yesterday was really about, taking a real inventory of where you are and what's going on because we're going to move very quickly and a lot of changes. So this morning was about really feeling into the energetics of my body. I could feel my feet. I could feel the energy coming in my head. Again, my hands are all lit up today. And that's what the message is about, feeling into everything. When you light a candle, there's a process and a ritual to it. When you bring in the energy of a crystal, really set with that energy and find out why is it that you're bringing that crystal into your space. When you pick a deck of cards, set with that choice. It's about sitting very closely with the things that you have, because we have so much sometimes that we forget. Have you ever done that? Like you're cleaning something out and you go, oh, I forgot I had that. And you really loved it. But you forgot about it. And so that's really the energetics of what is happening for this week, I feel like. So let's ask this Ceccoli Oracle deck to give us some more information for today's reading, for what's up on Wednesday. Okay, so 2 new cards, 6. Yeah, we're going into the 6th year, and look at this. What do we have? The reverse of 6 is 9, which is where we're ending. It's like beginnings and endings, moving forward, being playful. This is kind of gray and somber. This looks like she's enjoying all that life has to offer her. But it's interesting, like this little girl is naked and exposed, but she's holding on to a fish. And my great-grandmother, when she dreamed of fish, meant that something was being birthed. Somebody generally was pregnant. So I'm feeling like this is about holding on to the ideas, the dreams, the wishes, the fishes, literally as a representation of like the things that we, and maybe because the card is called Innocence, and maybe because she's naked here, it's showing, the vulnerability of what this moment is. And I believe that that's possibly what 2026 is about, stepping into who you really are, what the message has been, so far this week is about that, is about like paring it down to the truth of you, what really resonates with you. Why do you have what you have in your home, right? I'll read what it says in the guidebook for this. A child's innocence is precious, and the roughness of the adult world doesn't really, it doesn't match that innocence. But innocence isn't just part of childhood. Approaching the world from an innocent point of view means that you assume the best will happen rather than the worst. We will all start out innocent, giving people the benefit of the doubt. But this is asking you to stay soft and vulnerable and believe in the goodness of really what life is. And oh gosh, I love that. And that's part of what I was, leaning towards, is like we have all these things and we've kind of forgotten what that is. This card here is about the happy place. So this is about, rainbows and butterflies and lollipops and just enjoying life. So it's asking you to step back into innocence, to enjoy our life, to trust. It says you need to cast off your worries for a while and trust that the universe is taking care of you. You can safely relax and replenish your emotions and well-being. So isn't that beautiful? I really, really love that. So I'm going to go to Chris Ann and the Sacred Creators, okay? And this says your soul shines and nourish the sacred feminine. Okay, so this I feel like is all, look at how beautiful all this energy is. This feels like divine feminine energy. And it's interesting that we're seeing like the reciprocal of 6 and 9 and how they're interchangeable and how we're ending this year and beginning this year. Everything comes into our reality for a reason. And that's why it's so important for us to tap into where we are. What are we experiencing? How is our world talking to us all the time? What is our body saying? And we keep getting more and more and more information in, but the message this week has been about, like, digest what you already have, basically, is what I'm hearing, right? So let's ask if there's a final message here from, it's hard to do that because we're going into a season where it's all about giving and receiving, right? And look at that. So we had this is card number 12. This is 34, which is 7, and this is 18, which is 9. So it's like we have 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're transitioning into something else. And this card here in the Hanged Man, the 12, is about looking at things differently, about seeing the magic, the symbols, the information that's all around you. And sometimes you just need to change your perspective to know that you have it all, that everything is exactly where you need it to be. You are receiving everything that you need. I feel like that is the message for today. I don't think we need more cards out. That, speaks to what this whole week has been about. Less is more. It's like, your soul shines, nourish the sacred feminine, hold on to the innocence of life, enjoy what you have. And if you're not seeing that, or you're feeling, this is really showing me like she's holding on to something dear to her, but not in a way where she feels like it's going to be lost, but just in a way that she really loves and appreciates that. And so that's what I think this change in perspective is all about. It's about seeing the beauty of where you are, who you are, what you have around you. Pick up those things that are in your world and in your life. Reach out to those people that are there for you and really sit with their energy. Sit with who they are and experience you and them, the energetics of what that is, whether it is this and giving the space to, this is not just an object, it has like an energy field around it, and everything else does as well, including you. So how are you playing between that and the other, right? And that's what I feel like this like upside down, this 9 is a reversal of 6, and this is a reversal of how you've been seeing things. So I hope you enjoyed the message today. Thank you so much for being here. If you're looking for a private reading, please reach out, follow the link, send me an email, and we do those through Zoom. So until tomorrow, I hope you have an absolutely joyful day. Bye now.